Okay, boys and girls, this is Wednesday's homework. So for Wednesday, we are rereading and answering questions 1 through 3. Okay, rereading and answering questions 1 through 3. Still the same story, the emperor and the peasant boy. Early one morning, a long traveler walked down a dusty road. Around a bend in the road, he came upon a young peasant boy gathering firewood in a field. The boy's family needed the wood to cook their meals. "I can see that it is not easy to find wood in this field," the traveler said. "Why don't you go up into the forest on the hillsides? There must be plenty of wood up there." "Oh no," the peasant boy exclaimed, as though shocked by the suggestion. "All of the land in the forest belongs to the emperor, and the emperor's laws says that no one else may enter the forest." "What a shame," the traveler said. "All that good wood up there is going to waste. Your emperor must be a selfish ruler to be unwilling to share his wood with his people." "The emperor may not be a generous person," said the boy, "but that doesn't give me the right to break the law." "Well," the traveler said, "I must be on my way." The peasant boy said goodbye to the stranger and went back to collecting wood. Several days later, a messenger came. The boy and his family were ordered to return with the messenger to the emperor's palace. When the peasant boy saw the emperor's face, his eyes grew wide and his jaw dropped. "You're the stranger," the boy gasped. "The man I met on the road." The emperor smiled. "You refused to break my laws. For that, I intend to reward you and your family." He gave them a chest of gold. "Thanks to you," the emperor continued, "I have learned that one of my laws is unjust. From now on, all who wish to enter my forest may do so." So reread and answer questions 1 through 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Why was the peasant boy collecting wood? A, to sell at the market. B, to give to the emperor. C, to clear the field for planting. D, for his family to use to cook their meals. Number 2. Which pair of words from the story have the opposite meaning? Okay, opposite meaning means two different things, like the opposite. For example, the opposite of hot is cold. The opposite of left is right. The opposite of... What's another one? The opposite of... well, I'm trying to think. Can't think right now. The opposite of... good is bad. Sorry. Okay, so which pair of words from the story have the opposite meaning? F, generous, unwilling. G, selfish, generous. H, ordered, refused. And I, share, selfish. So which pair of words from the story have the opposite meaning? And number 3. If just means fair and reasonable, what does the word unjust mean in the sentence below? Thanks to you, the emperor continued, I have learned that one of my laws is unjust. A, frequently broken. B, unfair and unreasonable. C, no longer fair and reasonable. D, carefully followed by the people. Okay, so just questions 1, 2, and 3 for Wednesday. Next thing we're doing is addition and subtraction. Sometimes you need to regroup, but sometimes you do not need to regroup. Okay, so when you do not need to regroup, you're just going to do some straight addition. So here's an example where you do not need to regroup. And then here is an example where there's not enough tens, so you have to regroup. Now, here is where you're going to need to pay very close attention, because sometimes you're going to need to add and sometimes you're going to need to subtract. So pay attention to those symbols, okay? And it even says right here, A, regroup. I'm sorry, A. Add, regroup if needed, and then subtract, regroup if needed. Okay, so let's go ahead and do B. Okay, let's do a couple. Okay, so here we have ones, tens, hundreds. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just add. We're going to start with our ones. So 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to put the 4 here, the ones there. And then I'm going to put my tens right here. So plus 1. Okay, now we have 7 plus 9. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's going to be a 7. Make sure to put your 1 here, plus 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3, plus another 1 is 4. So your sum should be 474. Okay, when you subtract, okay, sometimes you're going to have to regroup. So they did A for you. Let's go ahead and look at B. So I'm subtracting. There's my subtraction sign. So 3 take away 2. 3 take away 2. 1, 2, that's 1. You cannot take 0 from 5. So you're going to have to regroup. So you borrow from the hundreds. That becomes a 3. Then you can add it over here. Or not add it, but move it over there. So 10 take away 5. Now you can subtract that. So 10 take away 5 is 5. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so the difference is 251. Okay, and then this one, just like yesterday, line up the digits, then find the sums or differences. So for number 5, you're going to find the sum. For B, you're going to find the sum because that's addition. And for C, you are going to find the difference because that is subtraction. Okay? So that is how you do those, and that's your homework for Wednesday.